There is a terrorist threat in America, and we can barely accept. It's scary that our country's been wrecked by barbarians, derelict clerics with exotic names like Trent Lott and Catherine Harris. I'm going to Paris because they killed democracy in Florida. Quick, call the coroner. There's been a hostile takeover of the red, white, and blue.
The best part about living in your car is you wake up and you're ready for the day. No pretext of a bed to hold you down. No shackles of comfort to hold you to sleep. It could be so easy to just get up and go. Everything you control is right in front of you. Warped question mark of the steering wheel, taking up your lap like an insistent house cat. Thin mouth of the accelerator, hungry for feet. We're all hungry.
Then one of the students with blue hair and a tongue stud says that for him, America is a maximum security prison whose walls are made up of Radio Shacks and Burger Kings and MTV episodes where you can't tell the show from the commercial. And as I consider how to express how full of shit I think he is, he tells me that even when he's on the way to the mall, in his Isuzu, trooper with a gang of his friends, letting rap music pour over them like a boiling jacuzzi full of ball peen hammers, even then he feels buried alive, captured and suffocated in the thick-setting folds of America. Give me your poor, your tired, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. This recognizable stanza from Emma Lazarus' sonnet, The New Colossus, inspires images of mass immigration to the United States in search of the American dream. However, with the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq in the early 2000s and the housing collapse followed by an economic recession in 2008, that dream is beginning to look much more like a nightmare. Through the poetry of Terrorist Threats by Steve Coleman, Empty Parking Lots by Brian Ellis, Sweatshop by Jose Guerrero and Eli Lynch, America by Tony Hoagland, and Being Human Being by John Sands, we challenge what the American dream now represents. One day, we will wake up. This one is for every motherfucker who heard humanity knocking, glancing both ways in the shower, shoulder shrugged before concluding that, yes, you were 15 minutes late. Yes, you were frantic. But shit, wagging off don't have no schedule. It don't answer to no clocks. That shit's right on time. Right at Home Alone o'clock. 1:30, no one's in my room this morning. But he's on the top bunk. And he's still asleep. At least I'm pretty sure. This one right here, this one is for being human being. I remember waking and her already being gone. She would catch the ruta before the sun and arrive home after dawn. Being awake that early in Juarez can be dangerous for a woman. She always lied and said she was a fashion designer when in reality she spent long hours sewing holes in designer jeans that her children would never wear. The maquilladora swallowed her and she became part of the machine. They're holding hostages in hot factories overseas. They torture their victims with long hours and slave wages. They crave little girls, mostly Southeast Asian and Haitian. I've seen the videotape, so R. Kelly isn't the only one who should be charged with child molestation. This one is for every couple with some place to be like 45 minutes ago, but said no, not until I get freaky with you. For every person, stop traffic at 3 a.m., bumper to bumper on George Washington Bridge, who decided to love himself manually because he was cracked out, frustrated as hell, and he wasn't moving anywhere. And conveniently, he had an extra sock riding shotgun.
I am the dirty sock in someone else's house. And these people with houses, they pretend like they deserve things like bathrooms and orgasms. Now I understand
why wars are fought. What else is there besides land and belongings? Lacking the humanity of an address, but shaking the animalhood of the sick and the caged. I am seen by your citizen as something in between. They used to call us trolls. This is where we live and this is where we die. This is where we live, under bridges and behind trailer parks, in mausoleum dumpsters and empty parking lots. This is where we live. Sucking the torn fingernails of death into our goblin lungs. This is where we live. To bear the shame of kings, ceaselessly wander the American minotaur heart. When Nikes are worn by legends, they become a symbol of national pride. Which makes me wonder, who built them? Whose mother built them? Who has blisters on their hands so our legends don't blister their toes? These logos mean nothing because the slaves were not free, just outsourced. And I look at the student with his acne and his cell phone and his phony ghetto clothes and I say, I'm asleep in America too. And I don't know how to wake myself either. But I remember what Mark said near the end of his life is, I was listening to the cries of the past, when I should have been listening to the cries of the future. This one is for every person throwing their body head first into the imperfect footsteps of giants, believing maybe this time we get it right. This is for you. And believe this, I don't know you. Anywhere but on this page, you can bet there's some shit I won't show you. This one is not for every motherfucker coming out just to show me. Listening to the sounds of your own vibrations. Knowing sometimes human is all we can be. So you better open up your ears like there's no other option because humanity does not just knock anymore. It will huff and puff and blow your fucking house down.